There is a kind of tiredness that sleep does not completely fix. It comes from trying for months without seeing progress. From carrying responsibilities that never seem finished. From praying for change while the situation remains painfully familiar. You may still be functioning, but inside, your motivation is fading. Hebrews 12 verses 1-2 says, "Wherefore seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight, and the sin which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us, looking unto Jesus the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God." This passage compares the Christian life to a race. But it is not a quick sprint fueled by constant excitement. It is a long race that requires patience, endurance, and a clear direction. The word patience here carries the idea of remaining under pressure without abandoning the course. It does not mean passively accepting everything. It means continuing faithfully even when the road becomes difficult. Notice that the passage does not merely say, "Try harder." It says to lay aside every weight. Some things are not obvious sins, but they still make the race harder than it needs to be. That weight may be comparison. You keep measuring your pace against someone else's life. It may be perfectionism, which turns every small mistake into evidence that you should quit. It may be resentment, overcommitment, shame, or the need to please everyone around you. Perseverance is not carrying every burden indefinitely. Sometimes continuing well requires releasing what God never asked you to hold. The passage also says to look unto Jesus. That is the center of Christian endurance. Your strength does not come only from staring harder at the road or demanding more from yourself. It comes from remembering who Jesus is and what he endured. He is called the author and finisher of our faith. The one who began his work in you is not depending on your flawless performance to complete it. He is faithful even when you feel weak. Discouragement often narrows your vision. It makes the present struggle feel permanent. You begin to believe that because today is difficult, tomorrow will be exactly the same. You assume slow growth means no growth, or that one setback has erased every step forward. But endurance is often built in ordinary, unnoticed decisions. You pray again. You apologize again. You return to the work. You resist the old habit for one more day. You attend the appointment. You open scripture even when you do not feel inspired. Those actions may seem small, but faithfulness is usually formed through repetition. Perseverance also does not mean ignoring your limits. The race includes rest, nourishment, wise pacing, and help from others. Exhaustion can make quitting feel like the only option when what you actually need is recovery. Ask God what should be continued and what should be released. Some doors require patience. Others require the humility to admit that a season has ended. Perseverance is not stubborn attachment to your own plan. It is faithfulness to the course God has actually set before you. Maybe you feel tired inside today. You do not need to manufacture excitement. Look to Jesus. Lay down one unnecessary weight. Take one faithful step. Let tomorrow receive its own strength when it arrives. The takeaway: you endure not by carrying everything, but by releasing the weight and keeping your eyes on the one who finishes faith.